Hello, everybody. Welcome back to our podcast, Depression is Real. This is episode number two. And today we are joined by Elisey, the other host of the show.
What's up,
And
guys?
yeah, so how are you doing this evening?
I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. Just doing homework, some college app stuff, I think, just like every other senior right now. So, yeah, pretty normal.
Yeah, definitely. I feel you there. So today we're just going to be talking with you about just getting to know you more and to ask you some questions about how your experiences in high school were and what you enjoy doing outside of it, and pretty much just getting to know a little more about you. So I guess we can begin with a little background about yourself.
Yeah, this I have a crazy like childhood, I guess. Probably a little different, but similar to yours in a way. Um, both my parents are Russian, but I was born in Japan, and I lived there for 7 years. And no, we were not a military family. My dad just had a job there and he specialized in car industry trading. And then when I was 7, we moved to sunny California. And now I'm a senior at Sage Creek High School, ready to go on to college. And so my hobbies, I love fishing, I love the outdoors, I love listening to music, I love singing all that crap, and I love playing my guitar and my saxophone. The saxophone I played like all throughout middle school, but I kind of gave it up during high school. And I've re-picked it up recently, and it's been really fun. The guitar I actually got for my 17th birthday, and I've been playing it like nonstop ever since, and it makes my day every single day.
Oh yeah, that's great. So if I go back to the beginning again, I guess, do you have any like, if you remember, do you have any like special memories or things you remember about in Japan that like just stood out to you or
Yeah, I think the culture is so different. It's definitely, like I said, it's very different. Like here in America, people kind of mind their own business and just go about life, but people are super nice in Japan. They'll help you out if you're in need. But life also moves very quickly there. And also they love color, they love festivals. I remember when I was a little kid, I think it's pretty famous around the world, but they build these huge like ice sculptures during the winter time, and thousands and thousands of people show up to look for them, and they light up, and they're like Star Wars or Mickey Mouse, and they're huge, like 20, 30 feet tall, and this was a really cool sight, and I kind of missed that, I guess, and I would love to go back and see some of those things again. And
yeah,
the
definitely.
food,
I saw oh,
yeah, the food is, I mean, on a whole nother level as well.
oh yeah, definitely. I bet. Yeah, I think my mom went there on a business trip and yeah, she just really enjoyed it as well. It's a beautiful place.
Yeah, I would recommend anyone to try a vacation there because it's really awesome. Oh, another thing I forgot to mention, I guess, is a really difficult thing about me growing up there is I have a huge fish allergy. And I think, as many of you know, um, fish is a huge part of Japanese culture. And also, I love fishing. And yeah, I still love it even though I'm allergic. And it's hard sometimes because I have to take a ton of like extra safety precautions, but to me, it's worth it. Unfortunately, I can't eat any of it, but yeah.
Oh, that's really cool. You do something you enjoy, but you actually can't have it at the same time. Well,
Yeah.
that's I don't think I have anything like that, but yeah, that's cool. Um, so. I guess we'll move a little more forward in time to the present day in high school. So we're both students at Sage Creek, and I guess we will just get right into it and ask you when you were first started having these thoughts about depression and just started actually like thinking about what your purpose like in life was.
Yeah, that was quite difficult. But I guess I can't really pinpoint like an exact date or time, but sophomore year, I mean, I was kind of a like a nerd kid, I guess, as most people would call it these days. I was kind of on my own. I had my group of friends. They were cool. We, hung out, played video games. I guess just like any other group of friends, but I was still like a middle schooler, dressing in neon Nike athletic shorts. I had like a bowl cut. It wasn't very pleasing. And then the sophomore year came around, and somehow I got a girlfriend. I don't know how. Still puzzles me, but she used to be awesome. And yeah, she taught me, how to dress well and all that jazz. So grateful for that. And then I don't know, I guess it was around the winter time, sophomore year, where I guess workload I was taking. It was my first AP class, AP Bio, and I remember it was just like a really hard class, studying a lot of times, crazy lab report hours, and it just kind of drained you. You took the class, right? Too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was actually in your which one was it again? Sorry, my memory is trash. I think it was we were in the third, right?
Uh huh. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. And the
that was
class
a
is.
great class.
Uh huh. Yeah, the class is really hard. They've made it easier now, but back when we took it, it was really difficult, and not many people got an A. And just like grinding out studying, it was really tough. And you're only halfway through the school year, and you're already drained, and you're looking into the future, and like, oh my god, I still have so much to go through, and that kind of started like a crash, I would say. And it's nothing against the teachers at Sage. Our teachers are awesome, and I love them. And there's like I love my math teacher, physics teacher is awesome, English teacher is cool. Everyone's really good, but it's challenging, and I think a lot of kids, even at other schools, can relate. And even if your teachers are awesome, the classes are still hard, and it's a lot of work preparing for them. And studying for SATs, doing stuff outside of school, it's really hard. And then at the time too, I got really hooked into video games, and I would play for like 4 hours a day. I hadn't picked up the guitar or the saxophone this time. I started getting overweight. This is more my junior year. Well, not overweight. I've always been pretty skinny, but I definitely put on some weight. And I just didn't feel like doing anything. Like I wasn't looking after my girlfriend. I was just kind of on my own, playing video games every day, not even exercising outside. And I was just like in the slump. And you kind of get into it and you don't even realize. I've never done bad in school. I've always done fine, but it's just you're so drained. I felt like a zombie walking through life, and it put a ton of strain on my relationship with my family and everything, and it was really bad. I even attempted suicide the winter of my junior year, and it just sucked cuz I didn't know how to get out of it. I didn't have any hobbies. I didn't have passions. I was just kind of surviving to the next day. And yeah, it sucked. And then basically summer rolled around and I was still the same, just playing video games. And yeah, it was bad. I was getting, bad thoughts again. I kind of made to the end of the school year, and that helped a bit. With Corona, that was, I know it's terrible, and all the people that have died around the world, I'm really sorry about that. But for me, it was kind of a break. You didn't have
Yeah,
to,
definitely.
yeah, you
Yeah.
didn't have to talk to people. You just kind of, I'm pretty introverted, so I like just being on my own. I have very few close friends now, like Kevin, and I only interact with a few people because for me, I just like doing everything myself. And then, but I'm not with my close friends, I think I'm really close with them. And then, sorry, this is like a really bad and confusing timeline, I think. If anyone has, I can clear it up more, but and then I think this was a little bit like a few weeks after school ended. Uh, I don't want to get into details too much, but the big thing happened, and I broke up with my girlfriend, and I pretty much broke off with all of my friends. It's a crazy time. I was really at a low point there. It was bad. I thought, it was all over. No friends, no girlfriend. It's done. But then, by some miracle, I listened to a Red Hot Chili Pepper song on YouTube, and it kind of made me happy. And I was kind of reflecting on myself, and I was like, this is not so bad after all. And I started talking to Kevin a lot. I started picking up hobbies and listening to music, working out, and slowly I took the low basically, and I knew it couldn't get worse. I'd lost it all at that point. I mean, as kids, we don't really financial issues aren't really a thing to us. I live, my parents we live comfortably, so financial issues were never really a thing. But yeah, basically, I was like, I'm already at a low. I need to get better. So I quit video games. Never, I touch them maybe like once a week for like an hour. I don't even have time for them anymore. I'm doing so much outside of it. I really started investing in robotics and stuff into my passions, and music has been a huge savior. I think Kevin can agree and attest to that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, music was quite life changing, and I think having really close friends that you can trust and talk to about your feelings and stuff is really important. And that's why I know there's some kids out there that don't have that opportunity. And we really want to provide that because you're not alone. A lot of us have been through it, and we can help you get through it, and we know that it's possible. And it's hard. Believe me, boy, was it hard. But you can do it. And if there's anything that me or Kevin can do to help, we will go out of our way to do so.
Yeah, definitely. And it's also interesting that you bring up the listening to the Red Hot Chili Peppers because I feel that's such like a, yeah, and I had that too, and it's such like a pivotal moment. Like it's like something that you see in like movies or you read about in a book because it's almost like the thing where like the song just you turn on the radio and then it's just playing. Like that's the exact song. Like you're so surprised and you're like, how is that possible? But
Hmm.
yeah, that's definitely really special that that happened. And yeah, like you said before, and I said in the previous podcast, just music is so helpful. It's like a medicine almost. It
Hmm.
really helps you through your pain. So
Yeah, and if anyone was wondering, the song was Under the Bridge. I think it's like one of their most popular songs. But like it really struck me with the lyrics how, sometimes you have nobody, but in the song it describes how about but he cries with the city together. And so no matter, you might not know this city, but the city is there with you, and it's never gonna leave. And those are like those the rock solid cement in your life that you should have, that when times are tough, like for me, the guitar and the saxophone, it's always gonna be there. I could be on my lowest of the low, but it'll make me happy playing it no matter what. And I think it's important that we form in those life our rock solid like foundations as humans for ourselves, so that it not only does day to day it makes us happy, but if anything bad is to happen, we'll be okay because we have these things that make us happy. It's I don't think happiness is about how much money you make, or your social status. That doesn't really matter. It's just do what you love. And if listening to music and all this stuff that makes you happy, then go ahead, because you only get one life, so enjoy every second you have.
Yeah. All right. So, I guess we talked about the past, we talked about the present. So I guess now all we got left is the future. So, Elsie, do you got any plans for either in the near or far future about where you see yourself?
Yeah, I do. Before I didn't, but I think having like just really thinking about your future and being like, okay, this is what I want, and whether it's career wise or anything, at the end we don't really know what's gonna happen, and sometimes we might change things. But I think for me, I found kind of my calling. Maybe it'll change. I don't know, but I definitely wanna get into some sort of like aerospace job, and I hope to do that. I hope to major in like electrical engineering in college, and then work at either NASA, SpaceX, JetBlue, any of those big space companies, and just I really want to move humanity forward, and I love this whole like colonies on Mars, and I really want to be a part of that because to me that's awesome, and I love helping people, and to progress, to be part of that, progressing humanity forward outside of our planet, like that's amazing. And
Yeah, and I think that applies for like not just like getting a job or just like I think it's just like the world keeps on moving, keeps on progressing, getting better, and it's not going to stop for you. So yeah, I think that's just a huge motivating factor. Like if you want to like do something, you should just do it. Like
mhm.
you just can, yeah, like we said before, like just find your passion, and like no matter how outrageous it is or how much you think like you won't be able to do it or something like that, just do it.
Yeah, and especially the fact that we're teenagers, we don't have much to lose. There's no money to be lost. We're I guess like 12 to 20, something like that. There's you have very little to lose as a teenager or a kid or a young adult. The risk is so low, so why not? And people, oh, I feel like I'm too old to pick up the guitar or play an instrument or anything like that. You're not. It's actually never too. You could be 70. It's never too late to start something, and especially being young, like I said, you can just do it over and try again. And especially a lot of us are living in fantastic countries, like the U.S. And while there's a lot of problems in our countries, basically we're living life on easy mode. And I know some people might not perceive it that way, or they might be living tougher than others. I would recommend watching the documentary Living on Under $1 a Day. It's really interesting. It's people, college students go to live in a village in Guatemala for 8 weeks, and they live on under $1 a day, and it shows you just how tight knit these communities get, and even on such little money, they don't have these opportunities sometimes to do what they want, but a lot of us do. So be grateful for what you have and take those opportunities. And I think that's really important that we do that.
Yeah, and just look at everything in a positive light. I had to learn that the hard way, and I think you did too. But
Hmm.
in the end, I think it really just comes down to just to looking at what you have and trying to make the most of it.
Yeah. And remember, failure is okay. Everyone fails. All the top
Yeah,
people have failed. I failed. You failed. We all failed. That's fine. You learn and you move on.
failure is just a reflective form of success.
Hmm. That's right on point.
Yep. Well, I'll see that was a great talk. You kind of pretty much just carried the whole thing, but I think we really got into some deep topics right there, and I hope anyone who's listening got at least something out of it.
Yeah.
And yeah, in the future, we hope to do something stuff similar to this, but we also would like to branch out. So yeah, like I said, like previously, if you have any suggestions or ideas, drop them down in the comments, or you can email us at our email depression is real. And yeah, we're figuring out other ways to for you to contact us, which will be available sometime in the future. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed today's podcast. I certainly did. And you got any final words, Elsie?
Yeah, we'll probably be making like a Discord soon for our community to talk to other people, make it easier because I know a lot of us use Discord now with all this online stuff. It's a pretty popular platform. So you can talk to other people, and I think it'll be better for us to have, more community chats we can interact with more with you guys. And if you guys wouldn't mind leaving a like and subscribing to our channel and spreading the word, that would be awesome. And thank you guys for watching and listening. We'll see you on the next one.